Hey, 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 Sonja Badesi here from Success Fitness. Thank you for Raw Roads for sponsoring this class today. We're going to be doing a full body conditioning workout today. So all we're going to need is your mat if you have one, but even just if you have carpeted area, nice and soft for your back. And then you're going to need a set of dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, don't worry about it, right? You just can use some water bottles, soup cans, and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to get to it. Let's warm up. So we're going to start with an inchworm. So we're going to come all the way down, stretch it. As we're coming down into your inchworm, we're going to lower it all the way down to the belly. Point your toes back into an up dog, coming all the way back down. Walk it all the way back in, stretching through the back of the legs and reach those arms up. All right, keep on going. Down we go. Into the up dog. Good. Tucking it back under and reaching it up on the way up. Good work. And again, down we go. Awesome job. And again, up dog and back, toes under, walking it back, giving yourself that nice stretch to the back of the legs. Yeah? And again, down we go. How are we doing today? Fantastic, right? It always feels good to move. So how can we not feel good, right? And all the way back up and reach. Give me one more of these. Down we go. All the way down to the hips, opening it up. Down we go. Tuck your toes under and walking it all the way back. Woo! Good work. All right, we're going to go in alternating side squats. So we're going to stand in the middle. We're going to go over to one side and we're going to pull your shoulder blades down and back, okay? Let's keep alternating right, left, and down. Good. Pulling it back. It's like you're trying to do a lat pull down, pulling it back. So really think about your squeezing off the shoulder blades. Keep your chest open, right? Sinking into that squat, down and lift. Ooh, good work. And again, down and lifting it up. Down and lifting it up. Good. 30 more seconds. Right? So watch those knees not going past your toes. All the rules apply. And down and press. So if you have a couple sets of dumbbells that are different sizes, might be helpful for different workouts, right? Today's workout is one of them. But if you don't worry about it. Give me one more. And down. Good. Shake it out. We're going to go back into your inchworm, but this time we're going to go into a Superman. All right. We're going to go down, walk it all the way forward, coming back down, arms extended, Superman, and then coming back, tuck your toes under. Yeah? Now I want you to go squat. Then again, down we go, stretch. Into a Superman, reach. Here we go. Walking it under, into a squat. Whee! Stretch your chest forward and then all the way back down. Good work. Superman. Coming all the way back, tuck your toes under. Walking it into a squat. Open the chest. Good. And again, Superman. Down we go. Superman. Inchworm. All these names for all these exercises, right? Into the squat. Open the chest. Good. Give me one more. Down we go. Superman. Hands back and walking it back into your squat and up you go. Good. Shake it out. We're going to do a squat into an arm lift. We call it a chair in yoga, right? And then on the way down, we're going to pull it back into that lat pull down. All right. Ready? We're going to go down, pull it up into the lat pull down. And again, up into the lat pull down. Good. Up into the lat pull down. Nice. Up, lat pull down. Good work. Lat pull down. Nice. and pull down, right? So we're really trying to get those shoulders in there. And again, watch your knees, not going past your toes. And again, and pull. Good, give me a couple more. And pull. Last one. And pull. Good, shake it out. Let's grab some water. So let's not guzzle down the water, sip it, right? I say it every time, but I just want to remind you, making sure we drink water before our workouts, after our workouts is not just what we're doing during, all right? We're gonna grab the heavier dumbbell that you have, and we're gonna go into a set of deadlifts with a row. So your feet are gonna come in a little bit closer towards each other. You're gonna go down into that deadlift. We're gonna row it for one, and then coming back. We're gonna do that for 45 seconds. Then we're gonna take a 15-second breather, and we're gonna do it again. Then we're gonna do that 3 times, okay? Staying with the same exercise. Shoulders down and back. Ready? Hands to the front, and go. Down, hold, row, coming back. Make sure that the row, that when you're rowing, your elbows stay close to the rib cage. There you go. And up. Down, row, and back up. So notice I turn my weights, right? Palms facing, then palms going towards your thighs. Good. If this bothers your lower back, bend your knees a little bit more with it as you're going down, so you have a little bit more support. All right, 15 more seconds. Down, row, and back up. Good work. Down, row, and back up. Give me one more. Down, and release. Good. 15-second breather. Always seems like a long time, but it really isn't, right? Especially your first round, you're like, oh, come on, let's get it on, right? But in 4, we will. 3, 2, let's do it again. Down and row, and up. Down and row, and up. You got this. Down and row, and up. Awesome. Down and row, and up. Always keep your weight in your hips, and pull. Good work. And again, down and row, and back up. 20 more seconds. Whew. And back up. 15 seconds. Awesome. 10 more seconds. We got this. Last 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. 15-second breather. And we're going to do one more round. And then we're nice and warm, yeah? Okay, get ready. Feet come a little bit closer together. Shoulders down and back. In 4, 3, 2, let's go. Down, row, and up. Down, row, and up. Good work. Down, and up. Every time we row up, make sure you squeeze your shoulder blades, right? So give that nice squeeze at the top. And up. And so depending on what kind of weights you have, right, that's what will make it more challenging. Could you do this with bands? Sure you could. Right, so we definitely can use different tools here. Water bottles, jugs of water, right? So if you graduated to those jugs, right, you can put some sand in them, some rocks in them, and time. Good. We're gonna lay on your back. I would suggest some lighter weights this time. We're gonna do a bridge hold, and we're gonna alternate pushing your arms down towards the floor. So get your feet a little bit closer in. Make sure your ankles, knees, and hips are aligned. Lift your hips into a bridge position. Arms come straight up above your chest. We're gonna alternate dropping one arm to the floor, coming back up, alternating right, left. Ready? Let's go. Down and center. Keep your hips lifted and center. And again, down and center. Keep reminding your hips to lift, okay? Down and center. Down and center. Good. Bum stays up. Good. Inhale, exhale out and press. Tapping it down and lift. If you only have one set of 10-pound dumbbells, this is going to get a little tougher. Good. 10 more seconds. Down and lift. Down and lift. Down and lift. And time. We're going to turn you over. We're going to go a push-up with a reach. So all we're going to do from here, on your knees or on your toes, one push-up and reach it out, alternating right, left. Ready? Let's go. Down and lift. Down and reach. Right? So if you're going to do this on your toes, totally fine. Try not to twist too much into one side. And especially when we do it on our toes, we don't want to sacrifice your technique and form. Okay? So remember that. Down. 20 more seconds. And lift. Down. And lift. Down. And lift. We got this. 10 more seconds. And push. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Laying back onto your back, back to the bridges. All right, you got this. Lifting those hips right up. Bridge position. Feet, hips, knees all in alignment. Ready? Lift it up. Alternate and go. Tapping it and lift. Careful of the shoulders. If this gets too much, you can do this without the dumbbells. Go a little lighter. Grab some water bottles. Empty some water out of them. Right? So shoulders can be funny and tricky to work with. Keep your hips lifted. So be gentle to them and gradually strengthen them, right? And also it's the range sometimes, especially this movement. If you're posturally more rounded forward, this can be very difficult. Arm stays nice and straight. Keep your hips up. Come on, 10 more seconds. Good. Inhale, exhale, lifting it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Push-ups with the reach. All right, flipping it over. Hands underneath your shoulders. Core stays nice and tight. In 4, 3, 2, and go. Down and reach. Down and reach. Could you do this with dumbbells? Of course you can, right? So if you want to put dumbbells in your hands and reach it up with the dumbbell, you can intensify this a little bit. So for you guys who want to work at a more advanced level, definitely go for it. But first I would go from this to your toes and then graduating back to the knees with dumbbells and then graduating back to the toes. 15 seconds. Good. Down and lift. Awesome. Come on. 5 more seconds. And time. Last set. Back to the bridge. Flipping it over. Feet come in. Ankles, knees, and hips aligned. Lifting the glutes. Resting on top of the shoulder blades. Ready? And go. Stretch it down. And lift. Stretch it down. And lift. And while I'm doing these exercises, I know this is what I do for a living, but for you, sometimes thinking outside of the box, it's like, well, what could I do to make this harder or easier, right? So if I would take one leg out of the equation and go from here, right? It takes a little bit more coordination, but it actually makes it a little bit more challenging for my balance, right? And working my one glute a little bit harder. The thing is, keep your arms straight and your knee bent, right? It's like rubbing your head and tapping your belly or the other way around. Good work. Last one. And release. Good. Back to your push-ups. One last time. Flipping it over. Push up with the reach. You got this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Down and reach. Down and reach. Down and reach. Down and reach. Good. It's your last one. Right? So in an indirect way, we're still working the lower body with that bridge, right? So it's not all upper because we're kind of going, oh my goodness. The thing is, we did the deadlift. And as I said, I always say in my other classes, it's when you're doing something in particular in the moment, you kind of forget about everything else that you just did. So full body, are we doing it? Yes, we are. Good. And press. Good. Down and lift. And time. Good work. Shake it out. Awesome. Let's grab some water. We're going to switch this up a little bit. So we're going to go back to your lower body plus the upper body. How are those shoulders? They're good, right? We're going to do a split lunge. So we're going to have one leg forward, one leg back. We're going to grab your dumbbells with this, and we're going to do a lunge with a bicep curl. Okay? We're going to stay on that right leg. Then we're going to take that right leg. We're going to keep it forward, but we're going to kneel right down, and we're going to do a set of Arnie presses. And when we're down for that Arnie press, you may need something on that back knee. So I actually have some cushions that I use under my back knee. So I'm going to get myself ready for that. Okay. And we're going to do the Arnie presses, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 4 times through. Then we're going to switch to the other leg. All right. So bicep curls, up and down lunges, right? So we're going to have your right leg forward, left leg back. On the way down, we're going to curl it. Ready? Let's go. Curl and curl. We're going to do 1 full minute here, though. And curl. Good. Dig in with your front heel. We want to bend your front and back leg. Very important here. And down and lift. And down and lift. We got this. Good work. Inhale, exhale out. Awesome job. We're 30 seconds in. Work those biceps. Good. Nice sculpted arms. Why not, right? Who doesn't want them? 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Come on. And press. We're in that front heel. Working through the glute. 10 more seconds. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Dropping down to that left knee, resting it. We're going to go 20 seconds. Arnie presses, 90-degree angle. Ready? And go. Up and in. Don't drop your elbows too low on the in. Good. And again, up and in. Awesome. Up and in. And again, up and in. Last one. Good. Resting it down. 10 seconds. Get ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. 20 seconds on. And in. Come on. Love my arms, yeah? Well, if you live close by me in Greater Victoria area, it's really not been that great of weather. And up and rest, 10 seconds. Kind of windy today again, but I think we're supposed to get a nice sunny spell in the next couple weeks. Ready? Arnie presses, 3rd one, and go. So get your tank tops ready. Yeah? Show off those arms. Come on. Woo! 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. You got 1 more round to go. Oh dear. It's getting a little warm in there. 4, 3, 2, let's go. It's your last one. And pull. Whew. Poor little shoulders. Come on, make it burn. See, you don't think about balance when you're kneeling like this, but it is balance here. 4, 3, 2, and time. Lunges on the other side. Okay, so opposite leg forward, opposite leg back. Bicep curls in 4, 3, 2, ready? 1 minute. Curl and lunge at the same time. Keep your chest lifted. Think about your back leg bending into that 90-degree angle, right? Only go as low as you feel comfortable. I like to go almost touching the ground. You don't have to, okay? And again. Good. And again. Awesome. We're 20 minutes into our workout. You're doing fantastic. You're halfway through. You're doing great. Come on, less than 30 seconds to go. Good job. 20 more seconds. Woo. Making sure both feet are pointing forward, right, towards me. Or if you're sideways, right, then maybe make sure that they're both pointing the same direction. That'll be good. Don't turn them sideways. 4, 3, 2, and time. We're going to drop that right knee this time to the ground. Back to your Arnie presses. Shoulders down and back. Get ready. 4 sets, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. In 4, 3, 2, let's go. You're going to feel these arms over the weekend if you're here with me live, right? So make sure and do some hiking, right? Get some other muscles working over the weekend. 4, 3, 2, and time. 10-second breather. Move your head around. See how things are feeling. And 4, 3, 2, second round. Let's go. And in. Good. And in. And press. Whew. Come on. You got this. 5 more seconds. And rest it down. 2 more sets. Nice and upright, right? So we have a tendency to lean. I do anyways. 4, 3, 2, let's go. It's not my screen. I'm leaning. I'm not crooked. Trying to straighten out your screen. It's maybe not your computer. Might just be me. Might just look that way. Good. Come on. Work it, work it. 5 more seconds. And time. We got 1 more round to go. So got this, right? You're still with me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Whew. Come on, push it hard. It's your last set of these. And press. 10 more seconds. And push. And time. Oh, yes. All right. Let's grab your water. We are doing an amazing job. Yes? So shake those arms out. Grab some water. And we're going to go into a little bit core work, but because we just worked those shoulders so hard, you're probably going to feel them through this as well. I do like to use my block here too. Sometimes for my knee, sometimes for my elbow, sometimes I have 2 blocks, and we'll see how this goes. What I like you to do is you're going to rest your one arm on the floor. You're going to go into a side plank position. My knees down, but you don't have to. You can keep both of your legs extended in your side plank. We're going to do threading the needle. So I want you to go all the way under and then opening it up. As soon as we're done, we're going to drop down to the elbow and we're going to hold it for an additional 30 seconds on this side. Yeah? We're going to do that side for 1 minute. Then we're going to do the side plank for 30 seconds. We're going to do that 3 times on that side before we move to the other side. A-OK. Ready? Threading the needle and go. Thread it under, opening it up. Threading under, opening it up. Come on, easy peasy, right? So when we're doing that threading under, I really want you to wrap. Wrap it under, opening it up. Wrapping it under, opening it up. We don't want to just do this, okay? So really try to wrap it, rotate into it, and lift. You got 30 more seconds. And lift. Down and lift. Working those obliques, your side of your abdominals. Good work. And press. Down, 20 more seconds. Down and lift. Good. Down and lift. 10 more seconds. We got this. Good work. And time. Drop down to the elbow, right into it. Don't break here. Hold it. Hold it. You're not stopping. How's that shoulder? Nasty, isn't it? Keep that hip lifted. Come on. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. You got 15 seconds. And I tell you what, why don't we do this side and then we'll move to the other side. I think that'll give you a little bit more of a break onto the shoulder. Otherwise, we're going to be toast. So a little bit of a switch here in 4, 3, 2, and release. Let's switch it to the other side. Right? Because if we lose our form and technique, as you know, it's just going to sabotage what we're trying to do. All right, into that side plank. Ready, set, and go on your hands. Thread the needle. Down we go, and up, yeah? Right, so if we lose our technique and form, it's really a matter of deciding on what makes the most sense in the moment. And sometimes, even when I create these programs, trust me, sometimes I don't say anything and I just switch it to something because I realize that on paper, everything looked just grand, right? And then you do it and you're like, ugh, this is harder than I thought. And lift. Good. Wrap it under and lift. Wrap it under and lift. You got this. And lift. Awesome job. 20 more seconds. And then straight down to the elbow. Yeah? Good. And push. Ooh. Awesome work. Lifting it through. 10 more seconds. We got this. Don't pause. We're going to drop it straight down to the elbow, holding it in 3, 2, 1. Down we go. Lift and hold. Woo! Don't stop, right? No pause. Hold it, hold it. Come on, mind over matter here. Keep going. Keep going. 15 seconds. How are those obliques feeling? They're working, right? Shoulders are still working. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. Other side. Woo. Okay. Back to your threading the needle in 10 seconds. Yeah? Not too much of a break. In 4, 3, 2, thread the needle. Let's go. Down and up. Down and up. Opening it up. Come on, make it nice and big. Rotate into it. And open. Inhale, exhale, open it up. Whew. And lift. Come on, nice little wrap around, right? Don't just move the arm. And press. 30 seconds. Let's do this. You're going to feel those obliques tomorrow. Love working the core, right? We're working the core right. We're engaging the proper way. It always feels so good when we can feel some of that muscle tenderness. But if you can't move and it's so sore, then that's not good either. So you do have to pull back a little bit. Good, almost there. Again, we're not going to pause, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, drop to the elbow, hold it. Woo. 30-second hold. Come on, 20 more seconds. Make sure the elbow is right underneath your shoulders, right? We don't want to have your elbow out here a little bit, even just a little bit. That can really bother that shoulder. Keep going, 10 more seconds. Go, go, go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Over to the other side. Aren't you glad we didn't do all 3 sets on one side? I'm glad. All right, get ready. Threading the needle in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Threading it under. 1 minute, come on. Woo. Good job. 15 seconds in. Good. And lift. 30 seconds. Let's do this. 15 seconds to go. Oh, my is on fire. Ugh. Take a break when you need to, right? I'm just pushing you to your max here. 4, 3, 2, elbow drop. Hold it. Whew. Don't let go. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. We're only going to do 2 sets, and then we're moving on. So this is your last one, okay? So keep that in mind. If you want to do a 3rd set, you go for it. Keep going. Keep going. We've got 10 more seconds. Don't let go now. Come on, mind over matter. And feel those obliques working in there. Oh yeah, they're working. 4, 3, 2, and time. Oh my goodness. How are you? All right, let's grab some water. We're going to come into a standing position. Whew. And we're going to move to them legs. All right, so if you are going to be doing a 3rd set, flip over, continue on, put me on pause, and then come back for this last round that we're going to do legs with. Okay, jello arms. Here we go. Plie. So toes go out as wide as you can. My hips don't move very well this way. If you've done my classes, I've mentioned this a couple times. It's just that my hips, you know, I'm not going to give you the whole sob story, but I did had surgery when I was a child, and they just don't move that way. So we're going to have your hand in front of you, shoulders down and back. I don't want you rolling the shoulders forward, and we're going to give it a nice little plie squat up and down. Yeah? Ready, set, and go. Down and lift. You can also do a staggered hand grip. I find that kind of uncomfortable, right? So I'm right here. If you want to put your fingertips on the dumbbell, you can do that as well. If you're somebody who can go quite deep though, I don't want you to bang the dumbbell down towards the ground. So sometimes this might be a better option for you, okay? Dig in with your heels because I want you to feel those adductors, your inner thighs working. Down and lift, pressing it through. Good. Down and lift, pressing it through. The more your toes can be pushed out to that plie position, the better. Really try to stay in your heels. Don't get those knees go past your toes. I hate saying the don'ts, but do pay attention to that. Keep that posture, right? So shoulders down and back. 10 more seconds. We got this. Good. Down and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. We're going to hold the dumbbell underneath. I'll call it a goblet curtsy. So we're going to cross it behind and to the other side, alternating right, left in 4, 3, 2, and go. Curtsy and the other side. Curtsy and switch. Good. Now I like the curtsies because they get, not only are we working the glute and the hip and the quad, but we're also stretching slightly through it. Okay? And just moving our hip into just a little different angle like this and push. And lift. Good. And lift. Awesome work. And lift. You got this. Good. And press. We got 10 more seconds. Keep it going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Dumbbell goes to the side. We're going to do a 2 squat walk. So we're going to go right to the side, squat down. We're going to walk it for 2, and then lifting it up. Ready, set, and go. Squat, walk, and extend. Squat, walk, and extend. Down we go. 1, 2, and lift. And again, 1, 2, and lift. How low can you go? Huh? Right? Come on. And lift. Squat down, side, and lift. And again, down, side, and lift. Squat it down, side, and lift. Good. Down we go. And lift. Squat down. Last one. And lift. Good. Grab the heaviest weight that you have lying on your back. We're going to do double crunches. So pelvic tucks in, lower back pushes down. We're going to meet in the center with the knees and the dumbbell and back down. Ready? And go. Down and lift. If this bothers your neck, leave your head down and just use your dumbbell and your knees. Be very careful on that lower back. If it's too much, just do one leg at a time, right? Because then that way we can support that lower back in the same time. Pull that belly button in. Good. Inhale, exhale out, pressing it through and push. We got this. Good work. Exhale out, squeezing it and lift. So got this. Come on for 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Up we go. We're going to do one more round of this. And then we get to stretch it out. Yay! All right, plie squat. Holding the dumbbell in front, shoulders down and back, toes out. Ready? And go. Plie, up and down. Dig in with those heels and press. Good. And press. Shoulders down and back and push. Awesome. Nicely pressing into those heels, squeezing it up. We got this. Awesome work. And lift. And push. Good. 20 more seconds. Keep those shoulders back. It's easy to lean forward here or rolling the shoulders forward. Okay? So really think about opening everything, keeping yourself nice and upright. 5 more seconds. And time. Back to your alternating curtsies, hanging onto that dumbbell right in front of your chest or your water bottle or your jug. In 4, 3, 2, curtsy it down. I like standing on my mat to the center and then tapping the back of the corner of the mat, right? So it gives me really good positioning on where my legs need to be. And press. You're almost there. Did we do full body? Yes, we did, right? Did we miss maybe isolating the calves? Sure. Did we not isolate your triceps? Of course, right? So there's sometimes a couple little muscle groups that doesn't mean they're not involved. 15 seconds. Come on, core tight. Good. Keep going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Dumbbell to the side. We're going to go right into 2 squat walks, right? Coming back up, alternating right, left. Lower it down into it. Ready, set, and go. 1, 2, up and down. Yeah? 1, 2, up and down. Now, if you want to use a dumbbell here, you go for it. All right? I'm never going to stop you making it harder, especially if you can. And again, up, down we go. Stepping it out, and up. How low can you go here? Right? So really go into that low squat. I don't want you to just doing it as a side step, right? We want to use those quads and those glutes. 10 more seconds. Come on. And again, lifting it up, down, squat, and back up. And again, squat, and time. Good. Double crunches. We're going to lay on your back, grab your dumbbell, double crunches, pull that belly button in, right? Get a good positioning. And 4, 3, 2, and go. Head stays down. If you have any sort of neck discomfort, if you can work a little harder, bless me. And again, right? Then you can lift the head with it. Think about pulling the shoulders towards your hips, right? Keep your lower back supported. If that's too hard, your neck is okay, but your lower back isn't, then alternate with your knees, right? If it's your lower back and your neck, then we're going right here. Look at all the choices, yeah? Who says we don't have choices? We got so many choices, so many alternatives. Whew, here's the word, and done. Dumbbell to the side. Good work. We're going to pull the knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Now, if you want to do this a third set, you go for it, right? Put me on pause and then come back. And you will be back once you've done your third set, right? Or you can just rewind it just a little bit in case you're kind of going, oh yeah, I just need the encouragement. That's okay. We're gonna take one leg down. One leg stays at a 90-degree angle. Grab it with the opposite hand and just pull it gently across the hips. Keep the opposite shoulder on the ground. Okay, sometimes what helps me is I actually look the opposite direction that I'm pulling. And then give yourself a nice deep breath in and out. Good work. So any of these workouts can be made shorter, longer, right? As you have noticed over the last couple months. We're in this for a little longer than that. Arm comes down to the knee, pulling it across. Again, keeping the opposite shoulder to the floor. Nice deep breathing, getting all that oxygen in. Good work. Really let the body sort of settle down into it. Good work. We're going to come into a seated position. I use one of my legs to rock myself up. Sitting nice and upright. We're going to take one leg towards the inner thigh, flexing the opposite leg, reaching for the toes, and getting that nice stretch into the hamstrings. Holding it right here. Flexing that foot towards the shins. Breathing into it. Right? We don't want to yank so hard that we're feeling this in the lower back. Just be gentle. And release. We're going to switch to the other side. Opposite leg extends, opposite leg to the inner thigh. Leaning forward into it. And exhale into it. Nose to knee, chest. So basically, crown of your head is going towards the foot, but your nose is going to the knee. Chest coming down to the knee. Inhale and exhale out. And release. We're going to take the bottoms of your feet together. We're going to slide it in, getting those knees apart, grabbing those hands, right? And again, some of us, we can get those knees down a lot lower to the ground, depending on your flexibility in the hips. Basically building that little basket around the toes and then pull yourself gently into it. If your knees are way up here, I don't suggest then pulling. I mean, you can look at my back here, how it's rounded. So keep yourself more upright, maybe hold on to the ankles, and then with your elbows, you can then help push the knees down more, right? So we're not using and losing our technique and form. Keep losing my timers. And again, leading a little bit more with the chest, right? Because if we don't lead with the chest, we're going to tend to do this, right? So leaning into it. Good work. We're going to turn you over on all fours. We're going to tuck your toes under and we're going to come into a downward dog. So all I want you to do is lifting the knees off the ground, lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Once we're somewhat there, try to press the heels down towards the ground, head going through. Let your head go. Good job. And then walking your hands and feet together. Hold it right here in that forward fold position. And we're going to slowly round it up one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart, rolling those shoulders down and back. Relaxing those shoulders. Roll those shoulders out. We're going to take both hands behind. And those poor little shoulders we worked earlier. Oh, let's give them a nice little squeeze. They did a fantastic job. You did amazing. Good job. And shake it out. You did a fantastic job. Thank you for joining me. My name is Sonja Badesi from Success Fitness, and I'll be seeing you in the next few days for other classes. Check out some of the classes that you haven't explored yet, and perhaps try a class that you would normally not do. Meaning, if you're not somebody who does normally yoga, Pilates, or anything like that, maybe give it a go. You never know what comes up and where you kind of going, oh wow, like I had no idea I would actually enjoy that. All right, so have a fantastic day. I will see you in my next class. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and fuel yourself with good quality whole foods.